missing. So once open your notes, at last you wrote this, no? P is equals to density of ice relation heat of ice divided by ice into delta theta of x square by 2 only. This only you wrote at last, students?
Yes, sir.
Students, yeah. Make a note of this point, one point. Time taken to grow an ice layer, time taken to grow an ice layer, time taken to grow an ice layer from from thickness.
Sir, repeat once more, sir.
Time taken to grow an ice layer from thickness x1, from time taken to grow an ice layer from thickness x1 to x2, thickness x1 to x2. T is equals to, you can write density of ice into relation heat of ice divided by K of ice into delta theta of. So here students remember that there you wrote x square minus 0, no, integration, where the x value is changing from 0 to x, but here x value is changing from x1 to x2, no. That's why we should write x2 square minus x1 square by 2. That's only the difference. Earlier, the value of thickness is increasing from 0 to x, but here in this particular point, we notice this. Its value is increasing from x1 to x, just like 3 centimeter to 4 centimeter, or 5 centimeter to 6 centimeter, or 7 to 9 centimeter, like that. The time taken at that particular interval of time, we can calculate by using this x2 square minus x1 square. So that is about this point. So right, open this book, guys.
If thickness decreases, then
Which one?
if thickness decreases in that, sir, what to do?
Usually, I thickness will not decrease. Thickness will decreases when it will be means when it is heated only. When the ice will melts, it is heated. But the temperature atmosphere is in negative, and water is also about to some 3 to 4 degrees centigrade, means it is no chance to heat there. That's why it is not possible to decreases. When it will be decreases, when there is a sunlight is there, then it will be decreases. And if it is completely freezes and there is no concept of the ice layer, no, that's what.
Okay, thank you.
Coming to this page, expansion of gases is okay. Students, go to the page number 1066, 1066. So 1066. Okay, so 1064 to 1065, these are all there. Okay. First, let us see that 17th problem based on this only. So just go to the question 17.
Which question number, sir?
Which one? 17th. Question number 17. What they have given first? Just have a look on it. A pond has an ice layer of thickness 3 centimeter. If K of ice is 0.005 Celsius units, the surface temperature of the surroundings is minus 20 degrees centigrade. The density of ice is 0. Gram per cc, the time taken for the thickness ice layer increases by 1 centimeter. Increases by 1 centimeter means what is its value is going to become finally? What is its value? It is going to become finally
4 centimeter.
yeah 4 centimeter. Hence, the thickness of the ice layer is increasing from 3 centimeter to 4 centimeter. Okay, initially it was a 3 centimeter. The time taken to grow 1 centimeter means the thickness is changing from 3 centimeter to 4 centimeter. For that, what is the time we need? So just go through that the data and let me write what they have given first. Okay. So therefore, density of ice they have given that density of ice that's equals to 0.9 gram per cc. The value of K is equal to 0.005, okay, CCS unit. So that implies I can write 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 CCS unit. So initially thickness of ice layer is 3 centimeter. Finally the thickness is going to become 1 centimeter. Grown means it will be 4 centimeter. Like it will be 4 centimeter. So we need to calculate the time T is equal. Now temperature means the temperature of the atmosphere is at minus 20. The water will start freezing at the temperature 0. Hence the temperature difference will be nothing but delta theta is equal to 20 degrees centigrade. Okay, so 20 degrees centigrade. Under the ice layer, water below the ice layer, somewhere else it is 4 degrees centigrade. So just here, this is an ice layer. Okay, here the water is at 4 degrees centigrade. Here ice starts freezing means the water of this particular point that will be equal to 0 degrees centigrade. Then only the water will start freezing into ice. And atmosphere is minus 20 degrees centigrade means the temperature difference between the water which is freezing and atmosphere is 20 degrees centigrade. Temperature difference is okay. So like this, temperature difference is 20 degrees centigrade, and latent heat of ice means then L is equal to 80 calorie per gram. 80 calorie per gram means here students there are two ways are there. Okay, to convert this all into SI system or to keep all this in CGS system. Why? Because means the CGS unit and SI unit of time will be in second only. If you keep all these in SI system, then you will get the final answer is in second. Or else if you keep all these values in CGS system, that is also final answer you will get in second only. That's why all must be in CGS or all must be in SI. It should not one in CGS, one in SI system. So that's why all these are in CGS units only, but this only we need to convert into CGS. 80 calories means 80 into 4.2 joule per gram. So joule is the SI unit of energy. What is the CGS unit of energy means erg. So how to calculate erg means 1 joule equal to what can I write? 10 to the power of 7 erg. No? 1 joule equal to 10 to the power of 7 erg. That's why we can write 80 into 4.2 into 10 to the power of 7 erg per gram. So this is about that thing. Now we got all in CGS system. Then time taken T is equal to density of ice into latent heat of ice divided by K of ice into delta theta of x2 square minus x1 square divided by 2. So then substitute the value 0.9 into latent heat of ice means 80 into 4.2 into 10 to the power of 7 divided by. So value of K means K value is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into delta theta means 20 and x2 square means x2 square is nothing but 16 minus 9 divided by 8. So then calculate the value T is equal to 0.9 into 80 means I can write 9 into 8 into 4.2 divided by here 5 into 20 means 100, 100 into 10 power minus 3 means then what we can write? 100 into 10 power minus 3 means so then 0.1 will be there, no? That's it. 0.1, or else we can write 0.1 is taken that side, it will become plus into 10 to the power of 8 into 16 minus 9 means 7. Yeah, 7 divided by 2 seconds. Okay, so calculate this value.
So 10,000 into 584 into 10 power 8.
Oh, so much is getting. Not getting the answer, no? Yeah. But they have given answer is 17th, 42 minutes. Ma?
Sir, they are given minus 20 degrees Celsius now, sir.
Time won't be negative only. Okay, so minus 20 degrees is what temperature of the surroundings. Difference of the temperature between the freezing water and surroundings will be 20 degrees only. Okay, so here only calculation, this is only the problem. Or else we need to convert this all into SI system. So, we must do delta T. This is 0.9 gram per centimeter cube.
Sir,
We will get the same answer, no? Huh?
sir, we will not get temperature in CGS system, no, sir.
Temperature in.
Sir, we do not have any value for CGS system, no, sir, for temperature.
Here, that degree centigrade, that temperature difference, centigrade will be cancelled here. Okay, once you can observe this, what is an unit of Kelvin means degree centigrade power -1, and here degree centigrade both will get cancelled. It doesn't matter, that is values only. It is a problem with this. A value that is 18 to 4.2, we get the correct option only. So 18 to 4.2, density of ice is gram per cc. Pond has an ice layer of 50 centimeters. So students do one thing, okay, come, I will solve this the problem now. So meanwhile you will Go to the page number 1065, Amma. Page number 1065. Okay, so page number 1065, 13th to 14th problems you solve it based on series and parallel combinations. 13th problem and 14th problem. 13th one and 14th one, just like a series and parallel combination of conductors. Kartitama, this is the, they have made wrong calculation, problem is wrong. 17th one, how they have taken means, they have taken, this is, okay, so everything. L is equals to 18, they just substituted all these values. They have substituted all these values, CGS unit. They have given density, K value, x1, x2 values. They have substituted time equal. If they calculated like this, then we will get nearly 42 minutes. So 2500 seconds. So that seconds can be converted into minutes. But here, calorie is not the CGS unit. Heat can be measured in calories. Calorie is not the CGS unit. Calorie is the CGS unit means what is CGS unit of energy? Erg must be equal to calorie. That's what they have made wrong calculation. This problem is wrong. Okay, that is not correct. 42 minutes will not be correct. Okay, so when it will be correct means if all these units are in SI system like ice layer thickness has 3 meter and the K of ice is 0.005 SI units. Temperature of the surroundings is minus 20 degrees centigrade. Density of ice is 0.9 kg per centimeter. With the time taken to increase 1 meter, then it is correct. So they have taken that 80 calorie per gram. Calorie is not the CGS unit. If the calorie is the CGS unit, 1 calorie equal to 1 erg must be satisfied, but it is not. 1 calorie will not be equivalent to 1 erg. That's what they have made wrong calculation. So okay, so leave that problem that is wrong. So now let us to the coming to this one. 13th one have we done, students?
Yes, sir.
13th. What was the problem here means if you simply substitute that we will get the answer 42 minutes, but it is not wrong calculation. Latent heat of ice is 80 calorie per gram. Calorie is not the easiest unit of heat. Heat can be measured in calories, joules and ergs also. SI unit of heat is joule, easiest unit of heat is erg, not calorie. Just they have calculated calories and this is they have calculated, but it is not worthy and it is not correct. So I will narrate the other problem in next class based on this concept. So let us go through the 13th one, what they have given that 13th one. Two rods A and B of different materials are welded together as shown in figure. The thermal conductivity are K1 and K2. The thermal conductivity of the composite rod will be So in the problem, they have given that areas are same as well as lengths are also same. No, it's clear that from the problem, but it is not given. No? They have theta 1 and theta 2 temperatures are they given. A, rod B. Thickness of the rod A is equivalent to thickness of the rod B, and length of the rod A is equivalent to length of the rod B. Then we can write L1 is equals to L2, A1 is equals to A2. So when the two rods are connected in parallel, what is the equivalent thermal conductivity? K is equal to, we got K1 A1 plus K2 A2 divided by A1 plus A2. This is the formula we got. For lengths are same. Even areas are also same in this problem. According to this, K is equals to K1 A1 plus K2 A1 divided by 2A1 I can write. So that implies K is equals to, we can write K1 plus K2 divided by 2. So this is about the thermal conductivity, equivalent thermal conductivity when rods of equal length and equal area of cross section. Got it? This one, all of you. 13th one, anybody? Students? 13th one, earlier did you got? 13th one, students. Who was there in online? Please respond. Third time I'm asking. Have you got or not earlier?
Sir, it did not given that areas are equal, no, sir.
Areas are equal. They haven't given, but once see the diagram, that is thickness of the slab A is equivalent to thickness of the slab B only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so according to that we wrote. Okay. So they have given that areas are same, lengths are same, but different materials are connected in parallel whose conductivities are K1 and K2. The thermal conductivity. So when L equal to L1 equal to L2 means thermal conductivity K is equal to formula K1 A1 plus K2 A2 upon A1 plus A2. Even if areas are also same, then we can got it K is equal to K1 plus K2 by.
Sir, if areas are same, then that will be K1 plus K2, no, sir. That area and area will be cancelled, no, sir.
So the
They
here
common.
denominator A1 plus A2, no?
They are equal, no, sir.
Equal, okay. A1 plus A2 is equal
Common
to
factor A1 and A2.
Emma?
In numerator, sir, in numerator, there K equals to K1 A1 plus K2 A2. The A1 and A2 are equal, no, sir. We can take common
A1 and
factor.
okay. So coming to your argument only, okay. Let it be A1 equal to A2, that is equal to A. So this is the formula we got now. Substitute that K is equals to K1. No? A1 means let it be A, plus K2 means let it be A, and again A plus A1 plus A2 means I can write 2A. So that implies K is equal to, I can write K1 plus K2 into A divided by 2A. This A gets cancelled. Then K is equal to K1 plus K2 by. So this is about the. Now it is
Yes, sir.
clear.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So next 14th one also let us see. 14th one. 14th one, 15th one. So just to have a look on that 14th one, students. Okay, 14th one, what they have given. Two slabs A and B of different material but same thickness amount. Okay, two slabs, same thickness. Same thickness means areas are same. Are joined as shown in figure. The thermal conductivity of A and B are K1 and K2. The thermal conductivity of the composite bar. What is mean by equivalent thermal conductivity? What is the thermal conductivity in series combination? K is equals to, we got the formula, series. We have derived no, in series
L1
combination.
plus L2 by L1 by K1 plus L2 by K2.
L1 plus L2 plus and so on divided by L1 by K1 plus L2 by K2 plus and so on. We got this only. We got it. So here in this problem, according to that, A1 equals to A2, comma L1 is equal to L2, that's equals to L. So then what is an equivalent thermal conductivity? I can write K is equals to L plus L divided by L by K1 plus L by K2. This only no? For two rods. Only
Yes,
for two rods they are asking. So then we can write here 2L upon L is taken out. Then 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. This L gets cancelled. K equals to 2 upon 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 means I can write K1 plus K2 divided by K1 K2. So this is equivalent to K is equals to 2 is there means 2 by 1 is there divided by K1 plus K2 by K1 K2. So that implies K is equals to 2 K1 K2 divided by K1 plus K2. So this is the equivalent thermal conductivity. K is equals to 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. Simple calculation only. Nothing different with it. This is the formula already we got it when in series combination. For equal area of cross section in the problem, they told that lengths are also same. Then what is an effective thermal conductivity? The effective thermal conductivity K equals to this one, L plus L divided by this. That's it.
Done, sir.
Yeah. 15th one you tried homework, 15th one. So coming to the 11th and 10th. So see that 11th question, 11th or 11th. So 12th one also, let us see 12th one. See the 12th one then. 12th one. A brass boiler has base area 0.15 meter square and thickness 1 centimeter. When placed on a gas stove, it boils water at the rate of 6 kg per minute. It boils water at the rate of 6 kg per minute. The temperature of the part of the boiler in contact with the flame will be, okay, the temperature of the part of the boiler in contact will be, yeah, right. Let us see this one. Twelfth one, see the 12th one. First, let me write this. A brass boiler has an area A is equals to, we got 0.15 meter square. Thickness means let it be some L is equals to, we got 1 centimeter, 1 into 10 power minus 2. When placed on a gas stove, it boils at the rate of dm by dt. That's equals to dm by dt means 6 kg per minute. 6 kg per minute means then we can write 6 kg by 60 kg per second. So it means that water 0.1 kg per second. So the water is boiled at the rate of 0.1 kg per second. So the temperature at which the water is boiled means let it be theta 2 is equal to 100 degrees centigrade, and theta 1 value we got this. Theta 1 value we want to calculate, this is. So once we can observe this dq upon dt, that's equals to Ka into delta theta upon L. This dq is equal to what can I write? Dq, that's equals to dm into L divided by dt. So here L means, what is mean by L here? L is nothing but water is converted into steam. No? That's why L is nothing but latent heat of steam. That's equals to Ka into delta theta upon this is small L. Okay? This is small L. So therefore dm by dt value we got 0.1 into latent heat of ice means 540 calorie per gram. 540 into 4.2 into 10 power 3 joule per kg. That's equals to K value. The value of K is equals to, yeah, already given relation heat of steam. So that's why 0.1 into latent heat of steam is 2.256 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 6 is equals to value of K is 109 joule per, that is okay. SI unit. Area they have given that 0.15, okay, 0.15 into temperature difference means the difference of the temperature we don't know that, let it be theta 1 minus 100 divided by thickness. Thickness is nothing but 1 centimeter, no? Then I can write 1 into 10 to the power of minus. So therefore, so theta 1 minus 100 is equals to, we can write 0.1 means 2.256 into 10 to the power of 5 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 109 into 0.15. So then if you calculate this value, check it how much you will get. This can be written as 2.256 into 10 cube divided by 109 into 0.15. This can be written as 2256 divided by 109 into 0.15. Okay, so then this is theta 1 minus 100. That value, check that value once.
Sir, what about DT? Is it DT, sir?
Which one?
DT, sir.
dt, that is nothing but dm by dt only. So they have given 6 kg per minute means the mass per unit per minute. Mass per unit per minute it is evaporate. That's why dm by dt. In place of this dm by dt, we have calculated, substituted 0.1. Once check that value, how much it is, we will get. Three point 2,256. How 3 point will get? Check the value, students.
Excuse me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, the board is black. The board is black.
2 point.
Sir, the board is
Not
black,
getting a.
sir.
Board is black, is sir.
Now also. You write that this is the theta 1 minus 100 equal to 2256 upon 1.9 into 0.15. Now also blur up, the board is
Yes, sir.
we got or not.
137.
137.9 we got.
So 137 means yeah, so 130 7.9, that implies theta 1 minus 100, that's equals to 138. So theta 1, that's equals to 238. So once observe this carefully, what they have given means this is the brass boiler. Okay, brass boiler. So therefore, which was placed in a gas stove. Which was placed in a gas stove. Understand this problem first. So here water is there, here water is there. Okay, so then water is boils means the temperature of the water is nothing but kept 100 degrees centigrade. So by gaining the heat, heat is water will boils. At what rate it is boils means per minute 0.1 kg of water is converted into steam. Per minute per second 0.1 kg, per minute 6 kg of water is converted into this. So therefore what they are asking means here the thickness of this brass layer is 1 centimeter. So therefore, this side, inside it is 100 degrees centigrade, which is kept constant because the phase of the water is going to changes from liquid to gas. During the phase change, the temperature of the system substance remains unchanged. They are asking that what is the temperature of this side of the boiler, gas boiler that is asking. So therefore, let it be theta 1 on this side and let it be theta 2 on this side. What is the heat that will be flown? That heat is used to evaporate this water into steam. So therefore, dq by dt that's equal, we can write Ka into delta theta by L. By supplying dq amount of the heat in dt interval of time, dm amount of the water is converted into steam. That's why dq that's equals to dm into relation dt of steam. Already I noticed that when to use dq equal ms dt, ms delta theta or dq equal to m into relation heat means when temperature of the substance is changed, one has to use this formula dq that's equals to ms into delta theta. When phase of the matter is going to be changed, dq that's equals to m into l. So okay. So therefore, when ices melts or ices formed means this L is relation heat of ice. Or if the water is converted into steam or steam is condensed, then on such case this L is relation heat of steam. So here the water is converted into ice. The temperature of the water is maintained constant inside the boiler. It is at 100 degrees centigrade. You may get the doubt why it is constant. Why it is constant means you can observe that that is a heating curve. We have seen that during the phase change, the temperature of the system remains constant. Here the water is converted into steam, so therefore entire the water temperature is brought to 100 degrees centigrade. The supplied heat is still we are giving that is used to boil the water or converted into steam. Okay. So therefore, using this relation dm by dt, this dm by dt equal to I can write 0.1. Relation heat of steam they have given, k they have given, area of the boiler they have given, temperature difference. Inside the boiler 100 degrees centigrade, just outside the boiler or above the flame, theta 1 is the temperature. Temperature difference equal to this. Through what length the heat is flowing means through this thickness the heat is flowing into the boiler. That's why L equal to 1 point. Is based on the proper calculation we got 238 degree centigrade. Got it? Students got it?
Sir, Kelvin, sir.
Which one?
Sir, temp. Sir, Celsius only.
Okay, na? 100 degrees centigrade, no water will boil. That's why answer will be in degrees Celsius only. So that is about this thing. So 11th one I will see tomorrow, or I will try it. Coming to the 10th one, see the 10th one then after this. 10th one, question number 10th one. Question number 10. Okay, so what is that question number 10? Two ends of the metal rod of length 40 centimeter maintained at the temperature 100 degrees centigrade and 20 degrees centigrade respectively. At steady state condition, what is the temperature at a point 30 centimeter from the hot end? Okay, so then this is the question they are asking. This is the rod of length, how much? 40 centimeter. Of length that's equals to 40 centimeter. This will be 40 centimeter. One end is maintained at theta 1 and this is theta 2. Theta 1 equals to what can we write? Theta 1 that's equals to 100 degrees centigrade, theta 2 that's equals to, you can write theta 2 is equals to, I can write it is theta 2. Yeah, 20 degrees centigrade. They are asking this is the point where this is 30 centimeter from this, 30 centimeter from this. Okay, so then this is theta, this theta is equal to how much they are asking. That only, no, the question is. So they are asking, this is the question. To one rod which is of 40 centimeter long, one end of the rod was maintained at 100 degrees centigrade, one end of the other end of the rod was maintained at 20 degrees centigrade. Then what will be the temperature at the point where this is 30 centimeter from this end, hot end? So in the problem they told that steady state. Steady state means what it is? Steady state means any cross section you can take, rate of heat will be same. For example, you have taken, this is the cross section. Okay, through this section how much amount of the heat will flow per second, through this section is also same amount of the heat will flow. Such a state of this material is known as a steady state. In steady state condition, so then in steady state condition, constant heat is flown through each and every cross section of the conductor. That's why I can write d theta by dl is equal to constant. D theta by dl is nothing but what? Temperature gradient. Okay, already we have discussed this. This is the temperature gradient, falling temperature per unit length of the conductor. In steady state, d theta by dl is equal to constant. So therefore d theta by dl means, observe clearly, what is the total heat flow means, the total heat flow I am writing, observe clearly. D theta by dt means theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by L is equals to theta 1 minus theta divided by some L prime. So therefore, what is the total temperature gradient means theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by total length, how much amount of the heat will flow. The same amount of the heat will flow for this part of the rod also. That's why I have taken temperature gradient d theta by dl equal constant. So therefore, we can equate the temperature gradient of this section equal to temperature gradient of this section. The whole temperature gradient will be equal to temperature gradient of this section or this section, anything, any temperature gradient we can equate that for any part. Temperature gradient we can equate that. So therefore, theta 1 means 100 minus 20 divided by 40 length, that's equals to theta 1 means again, so theta value we need to calculate, divided by L1 means 30. Anyway, these are in centimeters, that's when units gets cancelled, 0, 0. So 80 divided by 4 into 3 is equal to 100 minus theta. So then 80 by 4 means then we will get to 60, that's equals to 100 minus theta. That implies theta is equals to 100 minus 60, theta is equals to 40 degrees centigrade. The temperature of the junction at 30 centimeters from this end is 40 degrees centigrade. So that is about students. One important point is in steady state temperature gradient is constant. Okay, so whatever the heat flown through this cross section, any cross section you can take, that is constant. That state of the conductor is called steady state. In steady state, temperature gradient equal constant. The fall in temperature for entire length is equal to fall in temperature for this particular length, equating this. So this is, you can equate any, for example, fall in temperature for this length is equal to fall in temperature for this length also we can equate. So I can equate this theta 1 minus theta of 30, that equals to theta minus theta 2 of 10. This is also temperature gradient for 30 centimeter length. This is the temperature gradient for rest of 10 centimeter length. That is also we can equate that. So any temperature gradients we can equate that, and we can equating the temperature gradient, then we will get the temperature of the junction theta equal to 40 degrees centigrade. In steady state condition, constant heat is flowing to each and every cross section, and temperature gradient is constant. Based on this, we have calculated this. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Ma? So have you noticed the temperature gradient earlier? We wrote it. The d theta by theta 1 minus theta 2 by L is called temperature gradient. Okay, so based on this we have calculated. Anything else you can ask?
Sir, explain once more second step, sir.
Which one? Yeah, this one.
Sir, there, sir. Theta 1 minus theta 2, sir.
No, theta. This one.
Yes, sir.
The temperature gradient, falling temperature per unit length of the rod remains constant. From here to here, how much amount of the temperature will fall? From here to here also same falling temperature. Our falling temperature for entire length of the conductor is equal to falling temperature for this particular part of the length. Any 2 points we can equate this. Either falling temperature of these two ends or falling temperature of these two ends or falling temperature of these two ends per unit length we can equate this. I can equate it that the falling temperature for entire length to the falling temperature for this particular length we can equate this. Or else if you want we can equate this also. What is this? Theta 1 minus theta 2 divided by 14, that's equals to theta minus theta 2 divided by 10 also, because this is a 10 centimeter. No? We can equate this also. Temperature gradient up to this is equal to temperature gradient up to this, or the entire temperature gradient is equals to temperature gradient of this part, or maybe a temperature gradient of this part. We can equate that also. Okay, we can equate that. So any of this you can equate, then you'll get the same answer. Okay, that's why I have gone through this. If you wish, you can go through this also, and you can calculate the temperature theta. There also you get theta is 40 degrees. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Next. Ninth one, see that ninth and eighth let us solve. Time up already. So do one thing. Till up to 8 in 9th students, till up to 9th, now the time is 10 o'clock. Okay, so till up to 9th, so you can try it. So 1 to 9, any doubts are there, and few more, one more problem also I have given, I think. What is this? 15th?
Yes, sir. 15.
15th, okay, so then 16th. So these problems, except the 17th one and 11th one, okay. So these problems you can try it the remaining. If you have a doubt, so then you can ask tomorrow. Those particular problems we will solve it on the class. Understand? Student, tomorrow today you have to try these problems and you should ask which problem you didn't get, okay, or anything. Which problem no clarity, that questions you can ask. That type of questions only we will discuss on tomorrow. Okay, so if it is completed, tomorrow we'll go through this convection and radiation. Okay, so anything else? Emma, is
No,
this
sir.
clear?
No, sir.
Is this clear? Temperature gradient, how I am equating this?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay, guys. See you on tomorrow's class. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.